If you're watching this right now and you haven't hit the like button, Billy, get on it. Bug your brother. Tell him to do the same. About the 2023 Kevin Gausman that we are seeing. 20 innings pitched, a 1.35 ERA. The dude pitched into the 8th inning yesterday. One of the things that impressed me last night, too, was in the 7th, still facing the meat of the order. And yes, I know he gave up that 2-run home run. He gave up a couple dingers last night, the solo home run. I will take 3 earned runs over 8 innings every single time from my starting pitcher, especially with the way this starting staff has performed to date, where there's so many question marks and so many early exits from these games. The Blue Jays needed last night out of Kevin Gausman.
I mean, yeah, especially with Bassett taking the bump today, Barrios and Kikuchi coming up, that day off for the bullpen is going to pay dividends in the upcoming games. So, yeah, Gausman was everything we could have asked for yesterday. Eight
And
strong
no one,
innings.
Adam, no one looks cooler than Kevin Gausman running to the mound at the beginning of the game when they have the drone following him, right? And Pink Floyd Money, the cash register comes in, and then the guitar breaks in as his hair's flapping in the wind, right? I mean, he's got a cool XFIP, right? A cool XFIP of what would you say, adjusted, right? Plus 168. And yes, that's adjusted for weather.
Okay, good. I was going to say, if it's not adjusted for weather, I'm having no part of it. What is XFIP?
Cool XFIP. It's
Cool
a
XFIP.
a
Cool
stat.
factor?
Yes, cool
Okay.
factor, but it's
Gotcha.
all scaled for weather
Right.
and stadium, right?
Gotcha.
Yes.
Very nice, cool XFIP for Kevin Gausman. How old is Kevin Gausman? Because he looks, every time I see him, he looks like
younger.
he looks like a grown man version of like every kid I grew up playing baseball with. Like, he's so youthful looking, but
yeah,
I don't know.
32. He's 32. And one thing about Kevin Gausman this season, and we all know how deadly his splitter is. It's the best pitch in baseball. And yes, I'm biased, but it is without a doubt a top 10 pitch in baseball. If you are a baseball nerd and just want to see some really cool stuff from Kevin Gausman, the pitching ninja, Rob Feldman on Twitter, okay, at Pitching Ninja. Check it out because he's posting constantly about Kevin Gausman, and he does the overlay. So Kevin Gausman just added, well, not just added, he's been working on a slider to pair with that splitter for about 2.5 years, I guess. But it's really getting to a point where it is a good pitch. So if you watch the overlay that Pitching Ninja puts in, and basically what he does is he takes these 2 pitches, he overlays them over top of each other, and it looks identical. The delivery, the way the ball's coming out of his hand, you cannot tell what pitch it is until halfway to the plate when one dips inside on the hitter and the other one darts outside. It is, I just, as a hitter, all you can do is guess. And once you're literally up there just pissing into the wind, guessing, like, my goodness, it is over for you. This is why Kevin Gausman's strikeouts have been so high this year. He has been absolutely dominant with that addition of the slider. And listen, he's not using it all that much. I think the usage was at 10%, but it's just that extra wrinkle between the fastball and the splitter that gets hitters really off balance and really questioning what's coming, especially with how meticulous he is with mimicking that delivery. They are almost identical. It is a thing of beauty, and undoubtedly Kevin Gausman, the bright spot in this starting rotation this year. You need a guy like Gauss, a pitcher who every single time that he's on the bump, you know you got a chance to win.
Yeah, we're gonna need a big year out of Kevin Gausman. Um, I'm not worried about Alek Manoah having a bad year, but I am concerned if he has a serious regression.
Mhm.
That doesn't bode well for this team. So, yeah, getting 8 out of Gausman, if he can give us 7 or 8 innings weekly, that's going to go very well for us. But we're going to
I
need
mean,
it.
I wouldn't say that Kevin Gausman is a legit ace quite yet, but he is right on the verge of that upper echelon of Major League Baseball starting pitching. He is right there, and I think this year will tell a lot as to where he lands.
Is that Gausman contract the best contract on Ross Atkins' resume?
I would say so. To date, yes. To
Yeah.
date, yes. And I mean, we'll see how this Kevin Kiermaier one plays out. But it's easy to make 1-year deals because they're so low risk, right? Even if Brandon Belt is a complete botch job and completely a waste of $9 million this season, who cares? Right? Like,
Yeah.
basically no harm, no foul. It's not like Jose Barrios where you're tugging at your collar going, oh man, now we need at least 2 prospects to break to offset this disaster. And I mean, it is still a little early to really truly judge this Jose Barrios contract, but it has not looked pretty so far. I know I'm being overly optimistic. It's what we do here on the
Toxic
Walk Off.
positivity.
Toxic positivity, baby.
Yeah, this Gausman contract is looking real sweet, especially with that Carlos Rodon contract the Yankees just handed out as just like
Mhm.
the obvious comparable. Yet
Yes.
Kevin Gausman, yeah, I don't know if he's ace status quite yet, but
On the verge.
he's our number one pitcher, right?
I would say so.
Yeah,
2023 for sure. I mean, this season he has been without a doubt. There's no argument to be made otherwise.
yeah. I would say, hey, I would say, not that it can work out this way, but in any one game you gotta win situation, Gossman's the guy I want on the mound, and I would say even when you look at last year's performances and take that into account, that's Gossman's my guy. So okay, sorry to all the Alek Manoah fans out there. I'm a big
And
Alek
I
Manoah guy
still
too, but
I
Gossman's
mean,
my guy.
we believe in Big Puma. I'm not too concerned about him. He's going to pull it together. We do need Alek Manoah to right the ship, if you will. Although I'm not overly concerned.